So, good afternoon, students. Moving on to the module 5 of application development using Python. Today's class, we are starting with working with Word documents. Okay. Can you all see this? What is this? Can you all see? Students? Can you all see this? Students? Yes, tell me what is this? Can you see the picture here?
Word file.
The Word file and which module we are using?
Docs module.
Docs module. So this module plays a very important role in working with your Word documents. Yes? Okay, so we had PY PDF2 in for PDF. Here it is docx module. Okay. So as a part of a recap, previous class I had told you creating PDFs with respect to overlaying pages and encrypting PDFs, and a simple project or the program which I had given you in the last class. And the agenda for today's class is introduction to Word documents, reading the Word documents. Okay, how exactly through Python I can read the Word documents, and how exactly I can get the text from a docx file. Okay. So to begin with, how exactly Python treats Word documents, that's more important, isn't it? So you all know that the Word document is not having only the plain text. You all know that it contains images, tables, chart, isn't it? And then it contains various styles, font styles, okay? Various ways of representing font, sizes, different sizes, headings, various things are there in Word documents, isn't it so? So how exactly Python deals with a Word document, we'll just see. So Python has the ability to create as well as modify any Word document. So you should observe here, earlier PDFs, we could only create it using the existing ones, but existing ones we could not modify. But using my Python program, I can even modify the existing documents, Word documents. Okay, and this works only the Word documents which have the file extension called as .docx. So it doesn't work for file extension so called as .doc. It doesn't work. Okay. So to work upon the Word documents, I should use a module called as Python-docx. Remember, the slight difference to install it when you import it. So remember. So when you are installing, am I audible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
What's wrong with this? One second. So, as I said, installing and importing, so slightly difference there. So when you are installing, you should install the module so called as Python-docx onto your command prompt. So you have to first install the module, then only you can write the programs. That is not possible for you to write the programs. Yeah. Oh my God, but stuck. Yes. Okay. So you can see here, we can install the module by running pip install python-docx. So you have to install this module. So as I said, you have to go to your command prompt, just type this pip install python-docx, right? But then when you are importing, so you have to import only docx. Import only docx. That's the reason I have given you here docx. Okay, you have to import only docx. So we'll see that. Okay, so compared to the plain text, as I said, your docx files will have lot of structure like style, underlining, okay, then size, various things. Isn't it so? So when we talk about this structure, to deal with your Python, we have 3 different data types, right? So to deal with your Python docx module, right? So what are they? So at the highest level, the 3 data types that we use in Python program with respect to my Word document is the entire document, whatever you have, the entire Word file will be treated as a document object. Remember. So you should remember this. Entire document is treated as a document object in your Python program. Okay? Right? After that, this document object, whatever the entire document you have, right, that will be broken to a list of paragraph objects, right? So list of paragraph. So your entire document, what you have, as of now, we assume that our document is having only text. So no pictures, no tables, charts and all. So that entire document what I have will now contain a list of paragraph objects. And what is this list of paragraph objects contain? Paragraphs in your document. So I hope you know what is a paragraph. It's a collection of lines, isn't it? Forming a paragraph in a Word file. Okay. So what should you remember? First we have document object. Document object will have collection or a list of paragraph objects. And next, last one is each of these paragraph objects will have a list of 1 or more run objects. Okay, so you should remember the file is a document object, which is a collection of paragraph objects. Paragraph objects is a collection of run objects. What is this run? Run is nothing but the text present in your paragraph. Very simple. Okay, so the text in your Word document, any text you write in your Word document is just like a string, and you know that every text has 3 or 4 properties, I can tell. Okay, font, size, color and other styling information. So any text which you write will have all these attributes: font, size, color and other informations, like maybe it is a bold or italic, or it is a heading or a normal text, title heading. So like that, other information it will have every text. So a style in the word. So if I tell you in Python, style means it is collection of all these attributes. That is font, size, color and other styling information. So you should remember. And what is this run object? So document, you know, entire document is a document object. The document which contains collection of paragraphs is a paragraph object, right? Then every paragraph will have run object. What is it run object? Very simple. A run object is a contiguous run of text with the same style. Means to say, run means it is a collection of text with the same style. What do you understand by style? What do I mean by style? Style means what, students? Style refers to what all properties or attributes? Students, style refers to what attributes of the text? Are you all there? Style refers to what all attributes, students? What all attributes style refers to? Style of a text when I tell?
Font size, font color.
Yes. Then? And?
Font style like italic, bold, or underline.
Or whatever it is, right? So what is it run object? Remember, a run object is a contiguous run of text with the same style, right? Same style it should follow. That is one run object. So I have given this one small example. So you can just see here. Can you just see? Just see how many runs I have. How many run I have in this paragraph? Say this is one paragraph. How many run objects I have?
4.
4. You can observe that from A to sum is one run object because it is following one style. You can see all these are following one style. So when it moves to the next word, can you see what changes you found here? What style was changed here? It became what?
Bold.
Bold. So this is another run object. So remember, a run object will be created whenever the style changes. Remember, that's how the Python identifies. And after that, and some, again the style change. Rather than bold, it became run of text with the same style. So it is with the same style, we have the contiguous text that is called as a run object. So what you should remember now, the three objects which you should remember is the document object. Next, which object, students? After document? After document, which objects? After document, which object comes to picture?
Contiguous.
After document. After document, which object? After document, which object we have? After document, which object we have, ma? Are you all there? ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. After document object, which is the next level of object that the program treats.
Contiguous.
After document object, document is your entire file that is broken into what? What objects? The paragraph objects. Then the paragraph objects will be Python program is this. So you can just see here, I have used the file called as demo. I hope you can see this. Okay, so the demo file looks like this. You can just observe that there's something called as document title. Okay, then a plain paragraph is some bold and some italic. Okay, then something like this, something. Okay, so you can observe that the document contains these things. Okay, so I have to read this from my Python program. So how do I just read it? Let us see how do we do. First, you should import the module. So as I said, while importing, you should Which object should I create? I should create which object? You people are not there.
Ma'am, your voice is like not audible in middle, ma'am.
Not audible. Fine. Some network issues there. Okay. Okay. Tell me now. What object should I create first now?
Reader object.
In Word. Forget about my PDF. In Word, I told 3 objects, right? Document, paragraph, run. So which I should create first?
Document.
Document object. So to create the document object, very simple. You can just now see, use the module name, that is docx. There is a class name called as document in this module. Docx.document. Okay. And the file name which you want to open. And this is my Word file. Understanding? It does not work on doc. It works only on docx. And I store this document object in doc. Get it? Document object in doc. So this now creates the document object for my demo of Word document. So you will have to call this docx.document and pass the file name. This will return a document object. So as I said, document object is a collection of what objects? Collection of what objects? Paragraph
And run.
Okay, so this document object will have an attribute called as paragraphs. Okay, this is all inbuilt, you cannot change. So it has an attribute called as a paragraphs, wherein this attribute is nothing but list of paragraph objects. Remember, so doc has an attribute called as a paragraphs, which is nothing but list of paragraph objects, which contains the paragraphs in your file. Now, if I just give this len doc.paragraphs, can anybody guess what answer will I get? What answer will I get? In general, don't give me the count.
How many paragraphs are there?
Okay. How many paragraphs? The number of paragraphs present in your document. Why? Because doc contains an attribute called as a paragraphs. Paragraphs is nothing but a list of paragraph objects. Very simple. How many paragraphs are there? You will get. So in our example, in demo.docx, it returns 7, which tells us that there are 7 paragraph objects in this document. Very simple. Okay. Now I'll ask you, print the first paragraph. How will you print? It is paragraphs is a list. So how will you get the first paragraph? How will you get the first paragraph? How will you get the first element in your list?
List of 0.
List of 0. Similar wise, to get my first paragraph, I should access by using the index. Again, index is 0. But how do I get the text? Because this is an object. It is a collection of objects. Paragraph objects. The collection of paragraph objects, isn't it? So what should I do? I should get associate with that. I should get the text associated with that. So to get the text, I should use another attribute called as dot text. So I have to use the dot text. What do you think this will give me? What do you think this will give me? Doc.paragraphs of 0 dot text. Text of which paragraph it will display?
First paragraph.
First paragraph. How about this?
Second paragraph.
Second paragraph. So each of the paragraph objects has a text attribute. You have to remember that contains a string of the text in that paragraph. Everything is a string now here. Everything is a string, right? So the text contains the string of that particular text, and you can observe that the output for 0.text will be document title because that is my first paragraph. Right? I have 7 paragraphs, I said. My first paragraph is document title. The second paragraph is a plain paragraph with some bold and some italic. Right? Now, I got the paragraph. So, ready. So, I want to know how many run objects are there. Very simple as it is. Just look here. Len doc.paragraphs 1 dot runs. So runs will give me the, again runs is what, students? It is again a list of runs objects. Runs objects. So you can observe that paragraph 1 means the second paragraph, how many runs it is having. So I think it is 4 runs. I'll show you this. How many runs it is having? It is 4 runs. Understanding what is a run? It is a contiguous text in the same style, right? So the second paragraph is now having me 4 runs. You will see that when I execute. Next, how do I retrieve the data present in my run object again? Using which attribute? Which attribute should I use? Which attribute did I use for extracting data present in my paragraph?
Dot text.
Similarly, here you have to again use dot text. Very simple. Okay. So each paragraph object also has a runs attribute, that is a list of run objects, isn't it? Right? Run objects also have a text attribute, which you have to use it just. Just see the usage. Doc dot paragraphs 1 dot runs of 0 dot text. Can anybody guess what is it extracting? Which paragraph it is extracting? Which paragraph?
Second para's first run.
First run means the contiguous string or the text which has got the same style. So probably the same example which I showed you, a plain paragraph with sum. That is first run. The next, which is the second run? Doc.paragraphs.runs 1.text. I think bold, that was the second run. Yes or no? Are you all getting, students? Are you all getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And doc.paragraphs.runs 2.text. I think and some. Yes. And then doc.paragraphs 1.runs.
Italic.
It is type. Sorry, what is that? Italic. Yes. So remember the words, the keywords, very simple. Document object, paragraphs object, which is a list. Again, runs, which is inside the paragraph, the attribute text. Life becomes simpler with, if you know this, it becomes simpler. Yes, remember these are all fixed terminologies. You cannot use plural. Sorry, you cannot use singular. You should use only plural. Yes. So let me do the same for you all and show. Yes. Okay. Just look at this. So doc is equal to docx.document. I have just created, what does this create, students? This creates what? Creates what?
It's an object of the class document.
Okay, it now creates a document. What does this give me? This gives me what?
Length, like the number of paragraphs.
Number of paragraphs, isn't it? So the document has an attribute so called as a paragraphs, which is a list of paragraph objects. Now let us just execute this and just check. Right? 7. So you might have questioned me, ma'am, how was it a 7? Let's look at this. This is treated as one paragraph. This is the second paragraph. And this is your third. This is your fourth. This is your fifth. This is your sixth. 7 because I have pressed an enter key here. Right? So the enter key here is now taken to be my 7th paragraph. So if I remove this, and you have to just save it and then again re-execute. So you will get here how many paragraphs?
6.
6. Y. Control S. Show me that 1 second. Remove all the enters, okay, enter keys, then it gives you 6. Okay, now can anybody guess me? What does this give me? Content or text of which paragraph? Text of
First.
first paragraph. Similar wise, you can see the first paragraph is my document title. Can you see? It is the document title. Yes. Next, this will give me a second paragraph, plain paragraph with some bold and some italic. And this will give me my third paragraph. This will give me a fourth paragraph. This is my fifth paragraph. This fourth, and this is my sixth paragraph. Isn't it so? You can see first item in the ordered list, right? Including the bullet, it has been, excluding the bullet, it has been printing there. Understanding only the text. Okay. Suppose if I ask you print all the paragraphs together, you can simply print using a for loop. Iterate over doc paragraphs. You all know that doc paragraph is nothing but what? It is what, students? It is list of
Paragraphs.
paragraphs objects. Remember, it is list of paragraphs objects. Okay, which contains within the object there is a text attribute. Okay, for para in doc.paragraphs, para.text. For every paragraph, retrieve the text by using the text attribute. So if I just run this, you see, this is my first paragraph, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So 6 paragraphs it will display for me. Yes or no? Next. What about this? So the first paragraph, how many runs will the first paragraph have? Guess. This is my first paragraph. Now how many runs?
1, mom.
1. Because you can see there's only one style followed. Let us execute and see. Doc.paragraph.runs. Its length. You can see here, it is just 1. And what is it containing? Have to again use by text. Index 0. Okay. Document title. Isn't that very simple as it is? So if I give this, you can just observe. Second paragraph, how many runs we have? How many runs? Say I will just change this to this. Okay, how many runs? Now, from here to here 1, then here to here it is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Why this becomes 4? Because it is being underlined, isn't it? So we have to save it, then execute. Execute the first part of the code first, then come down to this one. Paragraph 1 is 7. Paragraph 1 is 7. How come? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep saving it. What runs? Paragraphs 1.text. Okay. Six it is giving. How is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters somewhere extra is being added. Runs.
Does it consider capital A as different?
No. Earlier it was showing me 1, 2. Without this, it was showing me 4 only, right? Wait, let me check once. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 runs only it should show. Document paragraph dot text. Okay. Number of runs. Showing me 6. Right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 4 it is. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. Save it first. 6. Length of dot paragraphs 1 dot runs. Give me 6. Second paragraph. Give me 4. How much changes? Cambria. Once again, font, Cambria, body. Okay, then. Font style is all the same. Okay, fine. Let me just check here. Document title. Okay. So let me just we'll just see what is the text it is containing as runs. A plain paragraph with sum. It's the first run. Okay. I am understanding. The second run is now bold. Okay. The third run is and. The third run is and. Why is it so? Why this is and? Both are of the same font. Okay, then the fourth run is sum. Okay, and the fifth run is space. My God. And the sixth run is italic. Okay. And it is taking as one run, but usually. It's like how exactly it will assume the runs 6. Now it is treating 5. Again, there's some mistake. runs. Space after that. It all depends on the interpreter how it assumes the runs, but this is of the same style. Exactly, we'll just look into it, how it has to be done. Okay. Hope you are getting it, students. You are there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The same wise, if you have to get all the run objects, okay, so you can use a run iterator for the run objects, the for loop for run in doc dot paragraphs 1 dot runs, and use a text attribute as usual. So you can now see this is one run, this is the second run, third run it is taking as a space. I'll just find out why is it so, and sum and italic. So this one space also considered to be as a run object here. After I think after bold. So the reason why it is taking, because the space is under bold. Can you just see? So you should make that space unbold. I think then it will give me only 4 runs. The space is also having the attribute, the style as bold. That's the reason. Right? This, again, it got changed. Let's see. This is bold. Okay. Only 4 runs actually. Should not get more than that as per. Okay. Again, you can see D is under another run because a slight change in the style, I think. You have to find out what is the style given for this. So if a slight style changes, will again change. So you should be very careful. That's not a problem. Depends on how it works. Okay. Is that clear, students? Are you all getting? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. I think we'll end with this topic. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll ask you a question, 1 or 2 questions. Yes. Any doubts? Quick.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Which module should you import for working with documents? Which module should you import? Import which module?
DocX.
X. Which module should you install? Which package? Python hyphen docx.
Doc.
Okay. Now, which are the objects available in a Word document in Python? How many objects should you consider? Students? 3. What are the 3 objects?
Document, paragraph, and runs.
And runs. So these are all the objects. So if you want to get the text, which attribute should you use?
Dot text.
Dot text. Okay. Okay. So we will see that in the next class, the remaining. Thank you, students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, students. You can quit the meeting.